Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Social Development and asks, does she stand by all her statements to oral question number 9 yesterday?
The Honourable Paula Bennett.
Mr. Speaker, yes, I stand by my statements, but upon reflecting on it, I should have said more about how quickly the job market is moving, as some of those 300 jobs I mentioned yesterday at the warehouse have already been filled. In fact, I've just heard that the warehouse has filled around 1,200 jobs recently to get ahead of the coming busy Christmas period.
Jacinda Ardern.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. When she said the warehouse had jobs available between October and January, suggesting short-term Christmas contracts, was she also aware that the last time they advertised, there were 1,200 applications for 111 jobs? If so, does she still believe that people are unemployed because they aren't looking hard enough?
The Honourable Paula Bennett.
Mr. Speaker, as I think I put in my primary answer there, we've also heard that there's 1,200 people they've recently taken on, but that is casual work as well as part-time as well as full-time, so quite recently. So I'm certainly saying that some of that work is casual to take them over the Christmas period. But as you say, I think there are high applications for some jobs and then others. I mean, for example, I got an email this morning from a guy that said, look, in Taupo recently I advertised 2 positions and received 6 applications, 3 of which didn't think they would pass the drug test, 2 didn't think they could start work at 7:30 and 1 didn't bother coming back with the paperwork. To receive so few applications with so many out of work or unable to get work just doesn't ring true. And the persons I required were unskilled labourers.
Jacinda Ardern.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. When she listed...
Order, I want to be able to hear the member, please. I want to be able to hear... Order, I want to be able to hear Jacinda Ardern.
When she listed Bunnings and New World as proof that there are jobs available, was she aware that neither of the stores in question are open yet, and one hasn't even been built, that the last time Bunnings advertised there were 800 applications for 70 positions, and for New World 2,700 applicants for 150 openings? If so, does she still believe there are people who are unemployed because they aren't looking hard enough?
The Honourable Paula Bennett.
Mr. Speaker, it's a bit of a bouncy job market out there, a bit like me. You know, it's a bit like the economy's grumpy like him, the job market's bouncy like me. Look, the reality is that we have people getting jobs and we have people that then go off tomorrow. Today already... Pardon? He's grumpy, I'm bouncy. It's about the load of it. Look, let me give you an example. Just today, we've had 26 new jobs come into work and income. We've probably had about the same number that have come off because they've been filled. The member can make assertions that I've said that there's a job for everyone. There isn't. It is tough out there. But I do say that you need to be looking so that you can get some of those jobs that are there.
Before I call the Honourable Member, I've just been accused of being bouncy and dopey in that last set of interjections. It could both be true, but please, when members interject you, they are referring to the Speaker. Jacinda Ardern, supplementary question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. When she listed that Brightwater was looking for 40 engineers, was she aware that the same firm cut up to 40 jobs earlier in the year, and that Taylor Preston, who she also listed, is a seasonal meatworks operating in the same industry where there's been up to 300 job losses since September alone? If so, is the economy bouncy, grumpy, or just suffering from a lack of a plan from that government?
The Honourable Paula Bennett.
The member can get all uptight and angry. The reality is that jobs come on and jobs come off, and that is the point I was making yesterday. So the member can pretend that there are no jobs whatsoever out there, when in fact we've had 1,000 new jobs come into work and income just about every week for the last 12 months, and that's the reality. So no one's pretending it's perfect, no one's saying it's ideal, but I also don't think that the member getting sort of uptight and angry about what jobs might or might not be there is kind of helping anyone either.
Jacinda Ardern.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Order, I want to hear Jacinda Ardern.
Which of her contradictory statements yesterday does she stand by?
Order. I want to hear the question.
Don't be angry.
Which of her contradictory statements yesterday does she stand by? Benefit numbers have doubled on her watch because, quote, some of the toughest times worldwide, end quote, or her punitive welfare reforms are still justified because, quote, there are jobs and people will get one only if they are looking.
The Honourable Paula Bennett.
Yeah, I do think there may be a new job going this weekend, and I wish the member luck with that. But look, at the end of the day, there are jobs coming on, there are jobs coming off. It is tough. No one is saying that things are easy at all. And, you know, and so I know the member struggles to understand that, but that's the reality. We have people coming on benefit, we have people coming off benefit. No one pretends that everyone that wants a job will get one today, but the member may be lucky and get one this weekend if she holds out long enough.
Question number 5, the Right Honourable Winston Peters.